Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. Well, so this is my bad. I underestimated or underestimated, one of those two, um, how much time I was going to have. So, yeah, we are picking up from last week. Um, and so we've got this PR, and I poked around with it a little bit with Claude. Let's go, and we're gonna execute. And so now, get to update it a little bit. Ooh, that's not. Uh, okay. Okay. There we go. That's more like it. So, um, what came out of yesterday's or not yesterday's conversation, the conversation earlier in the week, is that it's okay for us to keep it in one rule, but we really need to explain it more. And that seems like a pretty fair sort of like expectation. So I'll bring up the comments and the discussion on this PR from before. We're gonna head out in like 30 minutes, maybe 20. So it's gonna be a very brief one, and I'll do some more when I get back from Jazzercise. But here we've got this avoid double filter eval over here. And so so scroll down here. Okay. So essentially, I'm fine with the single rule, but we need better code comments as the algorithm will be more complicated. And that seems fair and true. So let's go ahead and make that how we do it. Now we go ahead and go down, down, down. Okay. And we want to read from this. Yes, 100%. Okay. So what are we gonna do? So, yeah. Yes. The filter, I'm gonna, doesn't anything in the projection, push filter, which references, push along with a copy of what it references. And an expensive filter is we also special case situation where where there are no expensive filters, e.g., all fall into case 1 and 2. To short circuit eval. So here we go. Yeah, okay. Split the filters into cheap and expensive, while keeping track of what each filter references from the projection. No expensive filters. else? We have at least one expensive filter. If we have them, case 1 and 2. Seats. There are no case 1 or 2 filters, so our child. So our base, so we can't do any first filter. Okay. And then check if any expensive predicates use all of the aliases. Now this is maybe not right here. So if we had no cheap filters, yeah. Okay. Other one, build projections for expensive aliases that can be split. Okay, filter child. Build projections for expensive aliases that can be split. Do this by grabbing. This is. Okay. We get everything that the projection, eventual projection references. So you can still build it. Collect all of the expensive aliases used by splittable predicates. So expensive filter aliases. Now, the thing is, this is not quite what I want. Is it? Okay. Two splits. Okay. Expensive U by so here's the deal. So we don't actually want to do this just yet. So what we want to do to split dot map case used and one second. Actually, later. Yeah. Now for each expensive filter, okay, essentially this is the question of how like micro optimized do we want to get inside of the case where there's two expensive filters. If the filter does not reference the entire projection, then we can potentially reduce the amount of yes, the reference parts. By splitting the projection around the filter, Now, what we've got right now, it splits it on sort of the entire filter, but we also want the case where we're like the entire expensive filter, but in the case where we have two different expensive filters, what do we want to do here, right? And this gets kind of annoying and complex. And I don't super know what we want to do here. Okay. Yeah. Possible future improvement. We could do projection so essentially the question is like, do we want to introduce this like projection, expensive filter projection? And that's the logic that I had before, and that was kind of exploding. It's gonna be kind of annoying to write from a like but on the other hand, but okay. Let's work on that. To split dot map. Or we actually want to fold. Do we want to fold? I think we want to fold left. Actually, yeah, this is okay. Eh, Got bother. So I'm gonna go over here. Is this the one without FOD in it? Yeah. Okay. This is the one without FOD. So let's go ahead. Fold left. To split. And so this is the case where okay. Let's look at this one. And so we're gonna update this comment here. yeah, Claude made a thing, but it made a thing that didn't do what we wanted it to do. Definitely passed the test, and I definitely want to grab its the test that it auto-generated because I think that could be great. Then what's that other thing that change? Yeah, okay. Here we go, 3HBB. Keep with used. We'll get rid of our prints in due time. Okay, handle handle the I did like base child. Handle the filters. And then yeah, okay. So we want to it's the case where it's cheap. If to split is empty, so we can't split it. Okay, cheap push with only ref. If cheap is empty, okay. Well, okay, let's start with our special case here. So we've got our partition. If cheap is empty and expensive used is empty, short circuit, we don't have anything to push. To push or split. So essentially, if we can't do anything, let's just short circuit our logic super quickly. Otherwise, filter, replace alias. Condition alias. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Right. And then, so yeah, okay. Combined cheap filter. So essentially, yeah, there we go. That makes substantially more sense. Now, the other thing that we've got going on here is the situation where we've got keep pushed with only relevant ref. If yeah, all filters which do not and then down here so if cheap output set is a subset of project dot references, cheap push. Otherwise, we go ahead and we have some case. Yeah, okay. Handle any case 3 filters. And so here we do a group by on it, and this gives us this. Now this gets really fucking complicated. So here we go. And then okay, so references. Oh, except that's not. Hmm. Hmm. Well, okay. We're gonna call this initial references, just so that we can. And then here, go ahead. Oh. Added aliases. I don't like this. Okay. Needs more love. We'll give it some more thinking. after jazzercise. Start. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Although actually we could just go first dot output that, right? That seems okay. That seems like moderate progress. A bit more hacking on cleaning up the refs. We'll need some more TLC. Okay, so we'll do more hacking on this in a little bit. Cool. And what are we going to do? We're going to go over here, build SBT, and then we're going to run our test only friend with this and the bounce. We're going to come back to this test only filter pushdown suite. Probably not going to compile, but ooh, actually we should probably do. Fuck, I just realized because we just did a rebase. Clean, compile, and then catalyst test only. Okay. Assuming we get that far. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna bounce now. I will probably be back this afternoon. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning, and we will keep hacking on this, and it's going to be fantastic. Thanks for joining. Sorry I didn't get as much done this stream as I wanted to, but that's also pretty normal.